Guys, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome back. No.
Got a lot of energy on this one.
Yeah, good. Let's
Totally
do it.
different day.
How was the Will Hines show?
The Will Hines show was amazing.
Better hope it didn't get canceled. Or that it was really bad. We're recording this.
Before the Will Hines show.
Yeah, we were recording this a minute after, like 2 seconds after we recorded the last
I'm
podcast.
just wondering why you just said, better hope it didn't get canceled, because did you just jinx our show?
Knock on wood.
That you jinxed our show?
No, that I didn't jinx your show.
Good. Why
Sorry.
the hell would you say something like that?
Because I'm going to be in Spain. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I hope your flight doesn't get canceled.
Oh, fuck you.
Knocking on wood.
We're both just going to end up being here on Friday, just
Miserable.
Drinking coffee. Yeah.
Drinking our own tears.
Yeah,
So the show was really good. But there are a couple things we wanted to do on this Piffle Short, isn't there, Josh?
We're still talking about comedy.
That's right. There is still homework that you guys need to do.
Yeah.
Which is tweet at us about
themes.
what kind of themes you'd like to see on the show.
Yeah.
And maybe you just, what we've been seeing a lot from your tweets is that you guys haven't been giving us much background information on what those themes are.
Yeah.
So if you could just give us
What we've been seeing from your tweets is that you haven't been tweeting at us.
literally because it's been 2 seconds since we asked you guys to tweet at us.
Where are you guys?
Guys, hello?
Hello?
Anyways, just throw some little background information in those tweets about why you want this hashtag theme. And then we'll try to make that happen.
Okay.
So, second thing on the agenda, Josh, a little bit of Ask the Expert.
You were so close.
Ask the Expert.
Ask the Expert. This is if you've listened to episode 21, which I hope you have, then you know we're doing. Thank you. That's good.
Great.
We've been doing some new stuff. We're doing new things. We've got new segments, I guess is the best word.
Sure.
We're not doing as many of our little
word.
game showy rounds. We're just kind of having fun now, improvising more stuff. And one of those segments we did actually last season with Andrew Reed.
Yeah.
But we're kind of refining a little bit. And it's called Ask the Expert. And essentially, we're just going to do a short little one right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a topic at you.
Okay.
You're going to have to talk authoritatively about that topic for a full minute.
But I also have to use...
Oh, you have to use a few words.
Right.
Okay. I'll give it all to you right now. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. So, was that your phone or
That was my phone.
Okay.
I have to take notes because
Oh yeah, right.
don't know what those words are going to be.
You ready?
Ready now.
Okay. Your topic is going to be the origins of the knock-knock joke.
Okay.
Okay, and you're going to have to use, I'll give you 3 words you have to use.
Yeah.
Knights.
Like
a
knight
in armor. And Bill Gates.
Okay.
And finally, climate change.
Climate change.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to get my timer going. Okay. Whenever you're ready, go.
Cool. So the knock-knock joke actually originates from the best estimation, 1418 AD. That's after after Christ. 1418. Now, a lot of people, it actually is rolled in very closely with the origin of the salute, in which knights would, as they pass each other, raise their visors, and that's what became the salute. But there were also, in that time period, also court jesters that had to pass each other on the road. And when they would pass each other, it was in their nature to do some kind of joke. And so they saw that the knights raise their visors, and that became the salute. And so what they did was they would raise their hands and accidentally knock their heads, and that became a joke. They would knock their heads, and because there were 2 of them, it became the knock-knock joke. And that's what court jesters did. And then eventually, as time progressed, it became more of a verbal exercise, and it started rolling in sort of with the advent of Middle English, became puns, and we could fast forward quite a bit into the 1990s.
That far, okay.
We could fast forward to the 1990s, where actually it became more widespread with the help of Microsoft. Funnily enough, because I'm at a minute 40. Microsoft, whose CEO is Bill Gates, obviously.
Thank you for telling me that.
And what Microsoft did, if you guys don't know, they had voice recognition. They had voice recognition, and you could actually ask at some point. It was like early on with Windows 95. You could very early voice recognition technology. You could ask it to tell you a joke, and one of the only jokes you could tell is "knock knock, who's there?" Window 95. It wasn't a very good joke.
That's a horrible joke.
In fact, it was so bad that many people blame that joke on climate change.
Wow, you snuck that last one in there.
Okay.
Maybe our 1 minute timer is way off.
That's very difficult.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. I don't think we need to worry about. Do we want to keep it under 2 minutes? Should we try doing that?
What I had like a minute.
You had 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. That's tough. That's tough.
So so I have to do it in 2.5 minutes too.
Yes, exactly. 2.5 minutes is your.
Okay, and what am I talking about?
You're going to be talking about the Reinheitsgebot, which is the German.
What's that have to do with comedy?
Oh, right. This has to be about comedy, doesn't it? Oh, mother of mercy. I didn't think about it. You threw like the invention of amplification.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Good. Okay.
Right. So you're gonna have to roll in the Reinheitsgebot.
Okay, hold on. I got to keep notes now.
For anybody who's not German, the Reinheitsgebot is the German purity laws for making beer. So yeah, beer purity laws. So the Reinheitsgebot, you have to include eco-terrorism.
Okay.
And Maxwell's statement.
Maxwell's statement?
Yeah.
What is that?
So it was a scientist who basically compartmentalized. I'm not. If anybody is a scientist who's listening to this, is going to rip me apart for this. But basically compartmentalized physical nature in 4 categories and whatever.
Great. I'm going to be able to do that real well. Gotten secondhand shitty information. And I'm talking about the invention of amplification.
Yeah.
You going to time me?
I sure am. Give me 2 seconds. Clock. Go.
So the invention of amplification actually happened way earlier than most people realize. The invention of amplification happened in 1631 when a town crier broke his leg, and he needed to go and tell the entire town about these new German beer purity laws in Bavaria, but he couldn't get out of his house. So what he did was he rolled up a large piece of parchment into kind of what we would recognize as like a horn, and he just shouted in one end, and it amplified, and he was able to read out the entire Reinheitsgebot that way from the window of his Fachwerkhaus in
added points.
in Munich, and this is actually part of the reason why the Reinheitsgebot is so well known and so well practiced, is that people don't actually remember the German beer purity laws. They remember this was the first time that something was amplified, and they could really hear it finally. And the problem with it, of course, was that a lot of people got really angry at the fact that they were essentially being yelled at Like, because the people who lived really close to him, they were quite upset about this fact that it was louder for them than for people on the other end of town. And as it happened, he lived on the side of a mountain. And so a lot of people from the surrounding mountains, they got together and they decided to blow up his mountain. Because they thought there should not be a village here where this guy can yell at us. So they did, and that was the very first act of eco-terrorism. Just so everyone understands, the amplification, the invention of amplification, directly led to eco-terrorism. And ironically enough, when this happened, there was a German guy named Maxwell Steinmeigerhosen, and he discovered in the ruins of the village 4 different types of species, and then he wrote Maxwell's statement.
And that's 2:30.
Yeah.
All right. Complete misuse of Maxwell's statement, I'll add.
I have only one person to blame for that one.
Maxwell's statement, if I'm correct, had more to do with not less to do with nature, but more to do with physics.
Well, that's not what you said.
Oh, it's Maxwell's equations, anyways.
Well, good. I got something right. Maxwell's statement was about compartmentalizing 4 different types of species.
Anyways, we'll look at that up later. And
Maxwell's equation would have been better for me. He could have, with the villages sliding down the mountain, he would have gotten some physics going on there.
Yeah, something like that.
Good.
Well, that was a lot of fun. It was good exercise, and we'll probably use it in the show. So if you want to see a much better honed version of that, come out to the show.
Is it going to be better honed? It's just going to be us
it's going to be
improvising in front of an audience.
Same. So come out and see that. November 29th.
This Sunday.
This
coming
Sunday,
up
guys.
Sunday. Doors 7:30, show at 8 o'clock.
We got Blake Farah, who's our musical guest, and Ronaldo Almeida, who is also a fellow improviser, but also the writer and producer and director of
Das Apartment,
which
new hit web series,
all about expats living in. You know what? Fuck the word expat. It's about immigrants living in Berlin.
Oh, going politically correct. Nice one. Yeah, that should be an exciting show. And the theme, we've announced this, but we're going to say it again.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurier for the Germans.
Dinosaurs. And that's how you make a dinosaur. Good. A little reference to Jurassic Park there.
We'll have plenty of those. Trust me.
Hashtag piffle short, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks for listening, everybody.